guys, welcome back to Creative Frenzy. Okay, so yet another video in the magazine art journal. Let's do another page. So the last one we did was this one, Say Yes to New Adventures. It looks like poolside, and they're having a very interesting conversation about something. And as you can see by the staples, we are halfway through. So we are in the middle of this booklet already, or journal, whatever you want to call it. So in this case, I have no idea. I have no plan. I do know that I want to use this one stamp by Jane Davenport. It's the Dancing Girl. She's going to get a skirt, so all of this marking is not going to matter too much. So it's okay. We will do a background. And what shall we do? Maybe something in, here we go, this fun leopard print. I should have cut some of this ahead of time. I did not. I'm sorry about that. So excuse the noise. All right. So we're only going to do a piece of it. Takes up a big space, doesn't it? All right. Again, I apologize for the creaky chair. Normally I do this standing up, but lately I've been sitting down at my desk. We redid our countertops this past summer. We used to have green countertops. It was horrible. Anyway, they look a lot better now, but the countertop that we used to have on our little island, we were going to bring it to the dump, but I decided to put it in my studio instead and use it as an extender on my tabletop. I will do another room tour. I haven't done one in a while, so I figure I'd do another one and show it to everyone and show you what it looks like, okay? But that's not today. So again, we're going to do a whole background because it's quick and easy. And I love this purple. It is so pretty. It's not a lilac, and it's not like a bright purple. It's just a really pretty purple. I mean, it looks better when you have a bunch of sheets like this, but I don't know if the camera's picking it up very well. But I thought it'd be perfect for this. All right. So we are going to do the whole sheet background again. We're going to do that instead, just to add some texture, because it's such an easy way to add texture to this. Again, you know, this whole journal, I think I'm just going to keep it as a what you can do with tissue paper, because really it is such a versatile medium that we really don't need to have a bunch of paints and things like that if you don't want to. I mean, or even if, like I said before, if you're traveling, or if you don't really have a lot of supplies, this is an excellent way of just having supplies on hand that really don't cost a whole lot, because you just go to the dollar store, pick some up that you like, even if you don't like any of the patterns and you want to just do just colors that you like, and some of your favorite colors, okay? Or if you like neutrals, whatever the case may be, you can absolutely choose it in that way. All right, let's see. Do try to make sure that your corners are down. Nothing worse than trying to glue something down and then it doesn't want to stay because the corners are all undone, which annoys me to no end. Okay, so yeah, I hope you're all having a good time doing this project with me. Even if you're not doing a small journal like this from recycled magazines, you just do it in your sketchbook, or, you know, just play and have fun. What I do enjoy about having these small little recycled journals is the fact that it's not precious. You don't have to worry about it if you mess up. You can glue and cut and whatever to your heart's content. And, you know, it will not be overly expensive, because it's not something you're going to worry about. It was cheap. Cheap as chips. Cheap as dirt, however you want to say it. But inexpensive is my idea of crafting fun, because you get to play and you don't have to worry too much about how much it costs to begin with. Dollar store supplies are very inexpensive. Not only that, but they're so plentiful, and each dollar store is very different. Okay, so there's a lot of choice that you have with your supplies that you find. So if you don't find tissue paper, maybe wrapping paper that you really enjoy, that, you know, is either neutral or a punch of color or a bunch of flowers that you can fussy cut, or whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of options, but in this one I wanted to showcase tissue paper. I might actually do wrapping paper at some point, I don't know. Okay, so I do have all these lovely little crinkles. I'm just going to use my pencil and go over top of some of these wrinkles, just on the side, just to bring them out a little bit. Whether or not it shows in the end result is a different story. I just wanted to be able to use my pencil crayons. Just lightly go over that. Didn't want to bring any paints out. And this nice creamy color. I wonder if that will show up. Probably show up in the dark a little bit better. It's not too bad. Whether or not it shows up on camera is a different story. You could always use a metallic if you wanted to. You know, experiment. That's part of the fun of this, is to experiment and see what you like, what works, what doesn't work, etc. Okay. All right, so what are we going to do? We've done quite a few circles already. I do want to cut out the dancing girl. All right. Because I want to see where I can situate her. Now, I had originally thought just to give her a skirt, but I think in this case we will use the leopard print as her dress. Well, maybe it'll still be a skirt. I don't know. What I like about this, you can change your mind and still come up with something pretty cool. Again, rough fussy cuts, because, you know, depending how much patience you have, if you have a lot of patience, which I do not, unfortunately, you know, you can fussy cut to your heart's content. Again, if you don't have stamps, use stickers, use your own drawings if you're practicing drawing faces. I've done that. Oh, a lot of my pages have my own drawn faces on them, because it's just easier to create your own style, which is a lot of fun. And to find your own style, you have to really practice something for a certain amount of time, just to see what you like and how, you know, it's like your handwriting. You try different styles and see what you like the most. All right, so she does have quite a bit of a smudge there, but it's not going to matter once we add the skirt, okay? I do have some of this tissue paper from before, so I could just use this, scrunch it up, and glue it down. That would work quite nicely. I mean, purple and green always go well together. In this case, we have this lovely pattern, and we're going to use that as the skirt instead. You could use you know, your pattern scissors, you know, the deckled edge scissors and whatnot else. But my favorite way is to just sort of kind of rip it a little bit, just to give it that rough kind of look. All right. Again, scrunch it up because it makes it easier to do what you need to do. All right. That is a very long skirt. You can't see her feet. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut some of this off, or rip in this case. All right. All right, so what we're going to do is cut some more off, apparently. I don't want to give her too many a mini skirt. I don't want to hide her legs either. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a good length. So what we're going to do is we are going to give her bodysuit some color. We'll pick a color out of here and we'll go with that. This lovely light blue will show up nicely with the background. Now, if you wanted to give her full clothes, you can use acrylic paint pens and go over top of the lines and make it look like she's wearing like a long sleeve top or something like that. You could absolutely do it that way. You could make it look like she's wearing tights. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's see, what color tights should she have? Maybe some green ones? Yeah, you know what? Why not? And because my mat beneath this paper has lots of lines from cutting, it looks like she's wearing fishnets. That's actually kind of funny. Definitely some pattern to it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Again, most of this will be covered by the skirt, so it's not a big deal, but it's just funny how that always works out that way. Let's give her some highlights in her hair. Probably would be better if I had it on a smoother surface, but it adds a little bit of texture. So I'm okay with that. There we go. Let's see. So we're going to put that on there. It's not bad. Okay, so we are going to glue her down first so that we can actually get her straight. Okay, and then we can put the skirt on. Oops, way off page. So a lot of the times when I do these kinds of pages where I have lots of coordinating colors, what I like about it is I'm experimenting with color combinations more than anything else, which is kind of cool. Now what you can do is you can staple this and then glue it down if that's how you want to do it. Actually, we could do that. And we can disguise the staple with something or other. Right. Yeah, quite a bit of glue. You could, of course, use just your wet glue, but this way it gives her skirt a little bit of movement. You get to move some of it so it looks like she's moving a little bit more. So there we go. And then we can put something right there, a flower or a bow. You know, both would look good, but I think in this case we need a flower. Something fairly flat, especially if we want to be able to, oh my goodness, there we go. If we want to be able to use the next page, otherwise because these are fairly thin pages, so you don't want to make it too bulky, because otherwise you're going to have a hard time finding something to make sure it stays flat. These are all very big. I don't have anything smaller. Apparently not. Alrighty. What can we do? I don't know. Hold on a second. I don't know. I hadn't planned this far ahead, unfortunately. We can always put a bow there. Or we can always go something like this. My husband said the other day, oh, you're playing with tissue paper. Maybe we should do it the same way as you did when you were in kindergarten. You know, just like this kind of thing. And that's actually maybe what we'll do for this flower. What can I say? You know, the old ways are sometimes the best ways. So it's just the suggestion, right, of a flower. There we go. There. That works too. It works for me. I'm okay with that. All right. Yay, kindergarten class. All right. So what we can do from here is we need to do something sort of, you know, like she is dancing amongst the clouds, or, you know, something or other. So we are going to make some movement for the background, okay? And I find the easiest way to do that is the visual language of circles. Whether they're large or small, but a combination thereof is always a cool idea, because it allows for, again, placement and movement. All right. And it's okay if they don't turn out 100%, it's fine. We can make some of them a bit smaller, according to the size of the page. There. All right, So we're just going to start placing some down, because if I overthink it, it just makes it worse. Okay. Overthinking when you're doing something like this is really your worst enemy, because it just stifles creativity. So we're going to hang some over the edge. We'll trim it off afterwards. And then we can do some more. Use your scraps as much as you can, because I hate having too many things left over. So I try to use as much as possible. And varying the sizes makes it pretty cool looking. Not perfect circles, that's okay too. But they have all that lovely color to them, which is sort of what you want. There we go. I got this. Oh, where did you go? There you go. I got this little piece here. We'll put that one on the edge on this side. There we go. There. That's not too bad. I think that works. Now we just need a little something. Let's see. You know what? Celebrate. What she's celebrating, who knows? But celebrating is important. There. And yes, it's crooked. It's okay. That's fine. So there we go. Some pretty little outfit. And she is done. You could add more, of course, if you wanted to, but it's always best to keep it as simple as possible. Let's see if this will actually, oh, look at that. It is doable, people. All right, let's get on there straight, shall we? There we go. We'll put it up there. There. Done and done. So that is the next page in our magazine or journal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give me a thumbs up if you're starting to like the series, and if you're following along, leave me a comment down below. Please think of subscribing if you enjoy the content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.